Hello, and welcome back, subscribers and new viewers, to part 2 of my Let's Make a Fakemon and my Pokemon Scarlet journey. Because these videos are so short, and I've been playing Pokemon a lot more than I thought I would, I decided to combine the two so you can see my Pokemon journey while I try and make some Fakemon. Once again, I turned to the Pokémon generator for some assistance. I used the typing specifically because, boy howdy, is that an abomination. The Pokémon generator is great for inspiration, but definitely not perfect for the shapes. They are AI generated after all, so they're all smooshed together, but when I was doing this, I thought a bug Pokemon that evolves into a bug poison would be great. For the second stage, I removed that weird shell tail that I was going for in favor for these tendrils going all the way down its back. Because some of these sea slugs, as a defense mechanism, have poison on them, I thought that would be great. But then I thought, what about for the first stage? Maybe as a defense mechanism, which is also a scientific fact that some of these creatures as a defense will spit up their insides or poop themselves and run away. Disgusting, but fascinating, and I could work with that. So that's what these guys do. And I had to kind of settle on a color, so I asked my husband, and the purple and orange was in favor, and then the black and green was second. So, say hello to Shellot and Violug. Let me know what you guys think, and any tips for improvements or name changes. After finishing this one, I got a boost of confidence and tried to tackle a 3-stage evolutionary ground and grass type Pokemon that's based off of these like geckos that look like leaves, and also some of them have spikes on them. For the first stage, it looks ugly, horrible. Doesn't look like a Pokemon, just looks like a strange thing that you'd see in your nightmares. The second stage was nice, it just needed a little tweaking on the colors because it was simple. The last one I was really happy with, it just needed some adjustments on that chest patch fur that I gave it. So when I asked my husband what I could do to spice up the first stage, I thought of perhaps it disguises itself with a leaf until it grows its own in, but then he suggested a flower bud, which I thought was perfect because then I could use the leaves that then migrate down to its nose branch that then turns into a full beard and those funky little ears. And then when I asked him for name suggestions, he helped me with Floreco and Miguana, and then I came up with Tropotile for the last one. Now, I'm no Pokemon expert for names and all of these things, and I know these don't look like official Pokemon, Fakemon, but I tried my hardest, and I am really proud and really happy with how these turned out. Let me know if you guys would want any of these Pokemon on your team. And that finishes the Fakemon segment of today's video, but let's pick up where we last left off with my Pokemon Scarlet journey. I defeated the normal type gym leader pretty quickly as my Pokemon were leveling up, and then we get to Nemona, who the fight was really easy because of type advantage, but her personality was interesting because I thought, oh, she's really friendly, but she's so overly friendly, I'm kind of confused where the challenge is. Then I caught a wild Riolu, nicknamed them Luca, leveled them up, and was hoping to level grind a lot because I needed them for the Ice-type gym as a backup in case my Fire types didn't do good. Defeated the Ghost-type gym leader, who was awesome. I loved all the ghost Pokemon in the background that were vibing to all of the rap music as well. Then I had a Noibat that evolved into Noivern, and I moved on kind of between segments of stories here, and I defeated the next Titan so I could reach different areas of the wild. Defeated more gym leaders like Gym Leader Tulip so that my Pokemon could be at a higher level. She's not my favorite, but she's not my least favorite. And then we move on to my favorite character so far, Rika, who shows up with a literal child as an Elite Four member. That was weird, but I still moved on anyways to defeat the Ice-type gym leader, Grusha, who he's adorably quirky, I love it, but he's also a challenge. He wiped the floor with my team, and Luca saved the day, and although it's interesting the way that he's designed to look like a her, the way he talks is priceless. And then we get on to another literal child who needs a spanking because this brat here, Ortega, reminds me of a certain spoiled someone with the way he talks. But regardless, after defeating him, we then have Penny catch up with us and carry on with the other stories of the False Titan, the Dragon, or excuse me, this one is apparently the real False Titan, who's just a sushi Pokemon. This part right here, after getting all of these, the build-up that we had to rescuing his partner Pokemon pays off, and I was so happy I actually started crying during this segment. This game has made me have so many feels for the characters and actually be interested in learning more about them, and this is awesome. This is why I love about this type of Pokemon content, not just for the amazing graphics that we have going on right now, which I hope they'll patch out, but generally, the good story doesn't have to have amazing graphics to match with it, and I'm really curious as to what's going on with Arven's mom, but we need to round up some more people, so off to defeat more Team Star. We defeated Aerie, and things started to piece together a little bit more, but we still had to defeat this Cassiopeia person, which Clive hints at, and then apparently he discloses himself as this person, but after having a difficult battle against him, I had brought in a new team member, my Raichu, that has a fighting type, and he turns out to not be this person, and it turns out to be Penny all along, which, that one actually confused me. I knew Clive was our headmaster of the school because it was so obvious, but this one really confused me. I honestly thought there was some sort of mysterious person who was trying to recruit Penny all along. This one actually got me, and I liked this. This is weird story stuff, but it almost reminds me of that teenage or college group that you bring together and one of them has a falling out and then turns out that fight wasn't necessary all along and you guys all can get along together, and it was a weird thing for Pokemon, but I liked it. It was different. And for those who are curious, here is the record time that I have at the moment, the order that I did all of these, and my current team, which I now have to prepare for the Elite Four and whatever's going on with Professor Sadara, so keep the spoilers out of the comments because I'm going to be working on the next part. So if you liked my weird way of explaining my Pokemon journey and my Fakemon, stick around, because there'll be a part 3 soon. That about wraps it up, folks. If you guys have enjoyed, don't forget I have playlists and a link tree down below for more, and if you want to help support this channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like to let YouTube know so we can reach a wider audience and grow the Subscribblers army. See you next time. Bye-bye.